Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie. We are back here on Teagan School of Thaumaturgy. I have been busy off camera. Put you up. Let me go down here and show you the animals real quick. Is it daytime or nighttime? Hold on, let's check that first, because we will want to sleep. Yeah, let's go up to the dorms real quick. Take a nap. There we go. Sleepy time. Yeah, I have left the world running. Okay, first things first. I have. Oh, stop that. For some reason it won't let me move the map. So I have. Is it this? No. I don't know how to move the map. I've chunk loaded the area where our storage is, right there, and then down here where the greenhouses is, and all of our. Well, this is the classroom up here. So the classroom is chunk loaded. I did this because our research table's right there, and I want it to constantly be running. And then down here where all of our stuff is and the greenhouses are all chunk loaded. So if I go back down to the greenhouses here and we bring up that map again, we'll see that this whole area here is chunk loaded, and up here where our stuff is being kept, all that. And eventually this hallway will be chunk loaded also. One thing I did not show you off camera, last episode, which I promised I would, is this one right here. Now, this is a later class. Okay, just so you're mindful, this is a later class. But come over here anyway and just go ahead and gather all these up. And every time you gather them, these guys right here will give you sand and glass. And these guys here will give you those seeds I was talking about. Don't use them, don't worry about them, scan them, and then just put them up. Alright, don't worry about them. You will be needing them fully grown. But they don't give you extra seeds or anything, but it is a great way to get sand and glass. And these guys do have stuff in them that you can just break down for resources, and you can grow the stuff. So we're going to take these back over. So I wanted to show you guys that because I forgot. Now, there is a couple of quests we want to get done. There is compacting drawers, and if I get a compacting drawer, I can get rid of 5 of these drawers. Can open up for something else. We also want to move nether quartz over there to a compacting drawer, and I want redstone over there. And we're getting ready to get into alchemy, so I want my thermium over here. So that will be all good. And I put all these in a drawer here. So come on, right click. All right, so I don't have a place for seeds right yet, or these, which is why I got them in my inventory. So last episode we did most of the wand section here. And before we do any other thing in this section here, I want to go ahead and go to the classrooms for Artificer and Alchemy, because we have the locations already undone here, and I want these compacting drawers here. So let's go up there and make waypoints at these particular spots. So let's go to Classroom 1, right here. And I come here first because I want to show you guys this. Look at all this, guys. It has been running. So each one of these that have started will now regenerate. Running time. So that's awesome. This works out so good. So, alright. And we already added wands to our list. So the next classroom we're adding is around the corner up here. That is alchemy. So let's go ahead and add Alchemy 101. We'll save that one. And then we're going to go into our quest here for alchemy and go ahead and claim the reward, and that gives us one of those Steve special benches and some coal, which we will put to use here. I've already scanned coal, just so you guys know that one. We do need to scan that though. There we go. So that's that, and then this way here leads to the artificer room, and we're going to go ahead and mark this one. There, and that should cover that, and we can go and like that. Now, off camera, I did kind of pick up some stuff we needed for later on. I got some of the amber for the arcane stuff, the stuff we need for this section. I picked up some clay for later on in use, and I went ahead and grabbed some leather while I was out. I killed some cows and grabbed some leather, so we wouldn't have to go do that for this quest. So we're going to build our pouch here, and then we're going to switch over to alchemy for a bit and get into some alchemy. And then the next episode we should finish off year 1. That'd be awesome. So let us eat. Let us go downstairs real quick to the crafting area, and let's set up this bad boy here. I'm going to put him right here. We're going to make 2 furnaces. 1, 2. And we're going to make 2 crafting benches. And then we're going to upgrades here, and we're going to place this one here and this one here, and then these 2 here. And now if we go to main, we have benches and stuff in here. 2 benches, 2 things. Now there are some upgrades we can put on this. We don't want to get into that right now. They gave us this coal for free, so we might as well use it in here to power this for right now. We can get some efficiency stuff in here, but for right now this is going to work for us, and now we can use this to cook with, which is awesome. And we have our compacting drawers, which we can go ahead and put right here beside this. And now we can get all of this stuff out of here. And I believe I have some iron nuggets in here. And now we can just put that stuff in there. We can go ahead and I'm going to put you here. Like that. And there we go. And now, excuse me. I'm going to switch this around because I want these together. And I want to put this here because this is kind of mud drops. This is actual food stuff. Alright. And I need one of you smelted up. So I'm just going to put a few in there. The best thing about that is it only uses energy to cook up this one. It doesn't use a whole coal to cook one item. It just uses enough power to cook the items, which is pretty cool for me. I like that. And that completes that quest, which means we can go into here, go into wands, and we can say yeah, and that gives us 5 more of those, which we can just stick in right here. I've already scanned those. We do need to scan this though, and we also need to scan these. And we're going to turn this back into a whole piece of quicksilver. There we go. Now, the next thing we need to do is go ahead and make our extra credit pouch for your foci. You will need a place to keep your foci stored that doesn't take up more than 1 space in your inventory. Carrying this pouch with you will allow you to swap foci on the go. To swap, hold down the F button and choose another. Research in your book, Thaumaturgy focus pouch. Also, you can shift F to take it off. So I got a thing on here now. If I hit shift, it takes that off. So for this quest, we need to go into our book first. Thaumaturgy, and they want us to learn the focus pouch. We have all the ingredients for that. Look up the recipe. We'll need a mundane belt and some leather and a piece of gold, and a mundane belt, which is also 3 gold. 3 leather and no gold. So we need 10 pieces of leather. I went ahead and gathered us 15, and then 2 gold. And now we can do that. Switch that up to here. Put that into here. And off camera I did fill up this. So we got some more of that in there. And there we go. And we'll claim that. Remember, we're going to open all these at the end of year 1. So we'll put it in. Also, any ones that I get from drops, I'm going to put it in the bottom section here. They do stack. These ones stack. So they are different types, but they do all stack. I think there's 4 of them. I don't remember. But I will save them when I am in combat off camera, and I'll put them in here, and we'll open all those too. So I want to show you a little secret with those. That'll help you get some more gold, and you won't have to go mining as often. So now we have a place to put our foci. We can right click this, and then we can shift all of our focuses in here, and now we have access to them. If we put this into this slot here, we can have, oh, I got it in the wand. There we go. And we have our focuses on us. That's it. Awesome. All right. And that pretty much means we're stuck on this one until we do alchemy, right? Right, because we need this. We need a balance shard. And we can't make balance shards until we do alchemy. So let's go up to the alchemy line here. Let's do this one first. You may have noticed that once you have scanned something, you can no longer gain any aspects from that item. This will make it necessarily increasingly harder to open new knowledge. To combat this, there is the destruction table. Research in your textbook, basic information, research expertise, and then destruction table. Place items in the table to gain aspects. One of the cheapest items to burn for the largest gain is crafting tables, and for this it gives us the crafting tables there. And okay, so we don't have the recipe yet for that, so let's go what it says. Unlock. So basic information. We already did these two, so all we had to do is this one. We look at the recipe. We need a gold axe, gold pickaxe, a table, and a thermometer. Imagine that. So grab the one of the extra ones you made. Grab 6 gold. Nope. Not that. 6 gold. And I've already got some sticks. So 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Get that one and that. And get this in here. And I'm going to make a fresh stack of slabs so that we can make us another table. There we go. That on top. Pick on this side. X on this side. 20 Perdido. And there we go. And it only asks for the table. We are going to go ahead and put this down here. And it's supposed to go into your alchemy room up there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. The destruction table gives you primary aspects, but not tier 2 to 7 aspects. You can find them through scanning, but once that's done, you will need the combined aspects to learn new ones. Once you have discovered them, you will be able to record they will be recorded in your book under basic information, aspects of magic, so you will not need to remember. Note, you can destruct other items, of course, but they will not give you as much for the amount destroyed. It is my opinion the best way is to burn crafting tables in a one-to-one primary aspect and build your components from the ground up. So what we'll be doing soon is once we get golems unlocked, is we will be setting up a golem on a tree farm, and we'll get somebody to plant saplings, and then we'll get a golem to cut it down, and we'll get a steady supply of wood. Once we do that, we will be burning crafting tables in here. So I'm going to leave this sitting here. I'm going to do this off camera, but just every time, it gives you one every single time. So you just do that, and that's how that works. So you have to manually click it every time. I believe you can get a golem to click on it for you, but I'm not sure about that. But I'm pretty sure you can get a golem to do that for you. We wanted to move these over to here. Is that all we wanted to have over there? Yes, I believe so. All right. We can do glowstone too. Glowstone will be good over here, because you can't convert these straight up without using the drawers, so it's another good item. Same with these. What next? So now we need to get into alchemy. We did this part, now we need to do this one. You will have several magical concoctions using the crucible, so you should learn how to make one. First, make a cauldron. Then place the cauldron in the classroom where indicated, and right click it with your wand to change it into a crucible. Now let's make the cauldron first, and for this we're going to make two, alright, because I want one down here. So any crafting table will do. That gives us two, and that gives us the thing. And if you look in here, it only wanted the cauldron. All right, you just place these down here, and then you right click them with the wand, and they turn into things. I did not scan the cauldron though, did I? We've already scanned those. Shoot, I'll have to make another cauldron then. It's fine. We need another cauldron for later, so it's fine. That's why I made two. And then I have to make another one. Yeah. Alright, so let's go place this in the classroom. So we're going to Alchemy 101. How's our time doing? Perfect. And there we go. Now, we will need, this is my bucket. There are buckets over here. You want to use those. I made one because I didn't feel like teleporting up here to get it. You also want to make sure it starts bubbling before you do anything else, and that is done. So, it wants us to make Nitor and Altalum. I think we're going to do this one first. So, coal. In this school, we do not use mundane coal. We use aluminum. Research in the textbook Alchemy, aluminum. In the crucible, drop 2 coal, followed by 3 cobble, and then finish with 1 more coal. Charcoal works too. Repeat until you have 2 elementum. Warning! If you throw your materials in before researching, you will be wasting them. We know that. Okay, so we're going to get this in here. We're going to go to Alchemy, and we're going to learn. We need all 3 of these, so I'm going to go ahead and learn them all. Alright, and we also need this one and this one. Just so we know. Alright. Okay. So we need 6 coal and 6 cobble. I have cobble on me. Yep. So let's go down and to our crafting room and grab 6 coal. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, Before we complete that, we also have Niter here. Niter is a light source and magical fire for the crucible. Research this in your book. We already did that. Gather the reagents. Fill the cauldron with water. Wait for it to boil. Then drop in the coal, followed by the torches, and finish with the glowstone to make 2 Niter. So, we need 4 coal, 6 torches, and some glowstone. So I'm going to get half of this coal back out of here. Well, that should do. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4, okay. And I don't have any torches, so we need to make some. And that was 4. I need 6. There we go. And some glowstone. We needed 2. Alright, so there we go. And get this. I'm separating these 1, 2, 3, 4. This 6 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 6, 2. 4, 6, 2. There we go. And then 6 and 6. Or is it 6 and 12? 6 and 6. Alright. And then for the quest, we also need to do beginning transmutation. So we want 24 great wood logs and 6 iron ingots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the great wood logs is already in my inventory. And that gives us those 3. So let's go up and get this started. Now, after each one of these processes, make sure that you get rid of the stuff in the cauldron here. And something I want you guys to do for me before you start doing this is go ahead and pillar up, and then right here do that. Okay? Don't ask why, just do it. Oh, that went in there. Let's get rid of that. We don't want corrupted stuff, right? Okay, so wait for that to do. And the first one we're gonna do is the elementum. So we want 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1. All right, and then we do that again. 1, 2, 3, 1, and then that one's complete. We're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, the floaty things will just go straight up into the atmosphere and dissipate. It can. There's a chance it can corrupt the area, even if it goes up to there. But like if you leave it on the ceiling, it'll stake up in here and cause some problems. So I always try to make like a path all the way up out into the air. Eventually, you can get scrubbers that'll get rid of it. So we did that one. The next one is going to be this one. So we throw all the coal in there, all the torches in there, and then 2 of this should give us the Niter. And 1 for that. And now we have a fresh one to deal with. Now for this one, we drop 4 logs and then 1 ingot. So it just wants us to have 6 of these. So we want to do all of them, but don't do all of them at one time. All right. So 4 and then 1 ingot. Stand kind of close. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And that is precisely why we got rid of, we cut down that tree earlier, the great wood tree. And if we look in here, there's some, well, that only shows us that. We need our goggles for revealing for this. Stop. There we go. Get rid of that. And we're going to go ahead and fill this back up. That way it'll be ready for us next time. And if we go into our quest, we can choose one of these. I am going to go ahead and, we don't really need that one, do we? I don't really need the sword either. I'm going to go ahead and get the axe for now. Because I can mine with my spell, so I don't really need that. For this, it's going to give us 4 elementum. And for this one, it's going to give us 4 nitro. And now we have metal purification. I think we have time for these two. So we need 1 silver wood, 1 ingot, and 1 iron ore. And I also need the exact same thing, only gold instead of iron. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those from downstairs. We'll get these last 2 knocked out over here. And then when we get back, next episode will be just us doing the Artificer quest line. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. I got silver wood on me. Cool. We can go back up to Alchemy. There we go. So, we already unlocked this. Make sure you unlock these 2 before you do this one. What we do is we do this here, this here, and then you make sure you put the iron ore in last, unless it derps up like that. And then you get one of these, native clusters. And then we want to do that again for gold. There we go. Metal purification. Now, there's a little sneaky thing you can do here. This still has some stuff in it. Some magic from the wood. But we're just going to let this go. But when you do that, the clusters, you can use that magic to make some more thermium. So just be mindful of that. Just make sure you bring some of your iron with you and throw the iron in there after you're done, and it'll make some thermium, some extra thermium for you. Make sure you get your ratios right, and just throw it in there and it'll make some extra thermium for you. So you guys know that. And now we can go ahead and fill this back up for later use, and we are done with alchemy. Look at this. Playing this will give us some ethereal aspect and some native clusters. Okay. And then this one gives us some native gold clusters and some ethereal essence. I'm playing that. And now we can't do any more here until we do the goggles of revealing. So we have to do Artificer before we can do that, which is next episode. We're going to be finishing off most of year 1. We're going to do the entire Artificer quest line basically, which it won't take that long. It won't take that long. We do need to scan these, and why did I do that? I just scanned that one. These ones, and these guys we already did. You count as the same. Niter, we already have that one. Momentum. Thermium X. The thermium. Go. Is that everything? I think so. Alrighty, I think that's it. Let's go downstairs. We'll put this stuff up. And we'll kind of show you what this does. Let's go to the crafting room. So, these native clusters, if you put them in your thing here, I'm saving them because there's a way you can get triple instead of double, but it will give you double. So you can make these. Also, there's an upgrade you can get for your shoot. The equal trade. We need to do the equal trade, don't we? Wands? Oh, we need to balance shards. Shoot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many balance shards do we need? I think we just need to make one for right now. So let me show you how to make one of those real quick. So we can do this last wand core. Equal trade is awesome. All right. So basically, all you do is you throw in one of each of these right here. And then you get a balance shard out of it, and that's it. Yeah. I think it needs more than one though, right? We need 4. Shoot. Crafting. 3. There we go. Back upstairs. I did go mining a little bit because I needed that stuff, and I found some of the shards, so I went ahead and put them in with the rest of them we got for the quest. And I can do all these at one time. It doesn't really matter. You can just throw them in here like this. There will be some extra magic in this one, so you can throw some metal in there also. Now, if your tank gets too bad in the area here, it can start summoning stuff and make it really, really bad, so just be mindful of that. And now we can go downstairs to our crafting room, and we can do the last part of the wand quest now, which is equal trade. This focus is made in the arcane work table, but requires you to use the crucible as well. Ever wanted to just point your finger at a block and say, change? No? Well, you can point your wand at a block in the world and change it to something else. We have something you have in your inventory. With this focus equipped with, of course, research in your book, Thaumaturgy, wand focus of equal trade. Warning, scan Quicksilver to get the missing aspect if you haven't already, which we did. So, we did that, see? Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to go to our book here, go to wands, and look up wand of equal trade. I'm missing recycling. You suck. There we go. Crafting room. Alright. We got that. And the recipe for this is this. And the usual shards around the outside. 10, 15, 15. That gives you this one. Get this one. Take this off. we're going to put this one in here with the rest of them. We're going to switch to that one because I want to show you what it does. And we're going to put this back into our slot here. And we're going to put some stuff down here real quick. So, I don't need that actually. We're going to put this here, and we're going to put this here, alright? And we're going to select this. You shift and then right click on the block, and it selects it, and then you shift where you want it. And then we can shift here, and then we can change this to this. And then when we want to switch it back to the other block, like we just hit the cobble again, and we hit this. Nope. Now, I did that for a purpose because I want to show you that it only changed like blocks. So the great wood changed, and then we had to shift again. We had to right click again on the wood planks to get those to come up. So, but you can use that to get obsidian. So don't try to mine it up with you can mine it up with your little excavation wand. Don't do that. Just use one equal trade. Make sure you got some cobble in your inventory. Select cobble. Right click on the obsidian. It'll change all the blocks into from obsidian into cobble and put them in your inventory. Wonderful way to get obsidian. I just want to show you guys that. Make sure that I show you guys that. And that got us completely done with wands. So guys, if you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll send you notifications when I have new videos out. You guys can go check it out, see if you like it. If you do like this episode and you want to share it with your friends, tell them how much you like it. There's a share tab down below. Click on the share tab, copy the link, post it on your Facebook, Twitter, wherever you do social media. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, put them down in the comments down below. I'm going to probably mine some cobble. We're going to go upstairs to where those obsidian pillars were. We're probably going to just take all those obsidian pillars out and change them into cobble. Or wood. Either one. I don't know. Haven't decided. I'll see you guys on the next episode.